That was a delay, but we are here. We are live. Everything is wonderful. I just got a glance right before we went live over at CB, who has increased their wordy monthly total to 95K. That is amazing. And
I would like your fingers and your wrists, please, because just reading that number made my hands go.
Yeah. My first thought is, are you typing every single one of these words, or have you been mixing it up with some dictation and some typing?
There's no doubt here. Yeah, there's no doubt. I'm sure you'll do it. We're just kind of like, wow.
Yeah. I'm not doubting in any way whatsoever. I'm just like, holy cow. So that's it. I think. Inquiry minds want to know.
The CB already hit 83K.
Oh my gosh!
I salute you.
That is incredible. That is incredible. Well, speaking of incredible, go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Me?
We'll get this show on the road.
I'd be happy to talk about me. Hi, my name is Carrow Brown. I am an urban fantasy author, and I also write under the name of Faye Black. And I would mention that today because the anthology that I have a short story in came out last week, and I didn't get to celebrate it because I was too busy swimming through finals, but that's happening tomorrow. So if anybody's interested, but on my channel, I basically talk about the life of Carrow Brown and anything that entails. So if you are interested in that, that's what you get.
I have already read the One Bed anthology, and I thought it was pretty fabulous.
So I liked your live reactions that you would give too. You'd like message me and you'd be like, "This story is blah 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 blah." And I'd be like, "I haven't read any of them." So
I know. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. That's how I am though. When I'm reading something, I'm like reading. What? Then I got to go tell somebody about it. I will have, if it sparks an emotion in me, good, bad, or indifferent, I have to tell somebody about it because that's me.
I was kind of glad that you told me about some of the stories because my aunt had bought it, and so when I had done like my weekly phone call with her, it's like, so I heard from a credible source that some of these are spicy and some of them are not. Just to be clear, mine is not, because I still have to make eye contact with you at family reunions. So
yeah. Some of them are super caliente, and some of them are just they're cute. They're really cute, and yeah. It's a good mix. It's a good mix, and I do like how it flows. I like it. I would recommend it. I did recommend it. I wrote a review for it. So
many thanks to you. I got to add it to my brag wall.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to steal that idea from you, because every time I see those pictures on the wall, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to start like visually seeing all the things that I'm accomplishing.
You have to put it behind you so that way people can see it.
Yeah,
I made these. I made those.
Yep. I'll have to move some stuff around, but I can totally. I got some stuff I can move around. So, all right. So I am Dana Gollin. Sometimes I write under Ava Fox, and Oink is. Oh, she just looked at. Yeah, here she is. She was so funny. There she is. On the floor. Look, say hi to the people.
Yeah.
Hi, people.
There's no food. No food.
Oh, there she comes. Say hi to the people. There's the Oink.
There's the camera smasher.
Yeah, she's a chubba.
She tried to take out my camera.
I know. She's like, no treats, no photos. So, anyway, let's come over here to the comments and say hi to everybody. Spence was the first one here. Good morning, Spence. Thank you for being here. And Carrow slid in back here, number 2. I really appreciate you coming this morning and joining me for this madness. Here's Jeannie. Good morning, Jeannie. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And the nerdy Nanny. Sorry, all the way from Sweden, right? That's where she is.
Mm-hmm.
Came to join us. Thank you for being here. LR Archer, good morning, good afternoon. Now that I've switched my time, I have to, it's lunchtime, yes. Sarah is here. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Oh. Sarah Keefe, good morning. This is another author whose book I am currently reading and recommend.
What are
Over.
these?
I was going to say, you can actually go over to my website. I have these books listed on my website and links that will take you to where you can go and purchase them. The One Bed and Widow Weeds from Sarah Keefe, because I like it. I like it. It's a wild Sarah. Yes, it is. Athena is here. I have not seen you in forever,
January.
it feels like.
January, because I used to wake up at 6 to be on her stream, and she's like, I'm not going to stream for a while. And I was like, I'm sad, but also okay with this.
Right? I haven't seen you. I hope that you're doing well and doing all the productive things. I do see her over on Instagram, though, where she shares lots of wonderful pictures.
I see her on Ring Fit. We both play the same game, and we're friends on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm like, there she is playing the fitness game that I need to be playing. You go.
I'm like, maybe I should start playing games. People will know I'm okay if I'm online. No.
You can play my games. My games are fun.
Good afternoon, Michael Chen. Thank you for being here. It's always great to see you. Raylan, just found out this account, but glad to be here. Well, I am so glad that you're here, and I totally love your avatar.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, that is really, really cool. And I'm super, super glad that you found my channel, because I love meeting new people. Oh, you want to go outside? Are you indecisive? Yeah. How about you just stay right there for a minute? She's like, you're scratching on the door. And you know what? CB. What was this? I looked down at Pepper. She was still comfortably asleep. When she heard me say, I think she's the one, she smiled and let out a contented sigh.
Got some Iron Man fan art there, or fan fiction.
I was going to say, that's from Iron Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
The blue wrenches, is that what you're asking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those are people, because those are the people who, when they see some shenanigans going on and I don't see what's going on, they're the ones that get to put the shenanigan makers into timeout. Because most shenanigans I don't mind, but every now and again you get one of those bot people that are just, you just don't want anything to do with
There's some funny stories that haven't happened here, but they have happened. Yeah.
For whatever reason, they seem to not show up when I'm streaming, but on other people's streams, they're like, we're gonna do some shenanigans. Good afternoon, Petra. Thank you for being here. It's always nice to see you. And Penundra, hello. And
I got Penundra's book. Did you know Penundra has a book? You want to see it?
Yeah.
I can get up anyway.
Nicole Swanson, good morning.
I don't know if Penundra got a book yet.
Oh, right on. Her website is really awesome. Have you started it?
Yeah, I got 18 pages into it, which was when I was like, I sent her a message on on Twitter, and I was like, this is a delight so far, thank you. So
right? I know. I really love her website. I'm gonna have to. I gotta finish with my September books, and then I'll start adding more books on there. But it's definitely on my list of books.
I instantly bought it because every now and then I see somebody's like, you've come around enough, I should probably check you out. And I went to her Facebook page, and Penundra reads part of her stuff on there, and I was just like, yes, please. I just want to listen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love this Oink Smash. Yes, she does a lot. They'll start playing, and the next thing I know, they're banging into the walls, and you got to go check to make sure that the picture frames haven't bounced off the walls. And
yeah,
Oink she's just still a puppy. She's only 9 months old, and she is 110 pounds now. She's ginormous.
She's a big dog. Yeah, she's as big as Bones.
Which one's the real Carrow?
Oh, we're both the same person.
Oh, Athena said that in March she crawled under the rock, and now the monster is going to school. Oh, very cool. We have not gone back to in school in-person learning, and I'm not entirely sure I'm ready for in-person learning yet. They need to have a lot of changes that happen. A lot of changes. Good morning, CJ Carpenter. Thank you for being here. I'm doing pretty good. It's Monday. I am enjoying this later stream time. I think that it works better for me, and yeah, I'm more productive. I think I'm definitely way more alert. That's for sure.
I'm very mellow. I'm very mellow. But I also went and ran 3 miles outside today. So yeah, because I'm trying to start doing this One Punch Man workout starting next month, but that requires that you run pretty much 6 miles a day, and I'm I can't run 6 miles a day yet. So today I was how far can I run? And the answer is 3 miles. So at least I know where my baseline is, so I can increase that.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. 6 miles. I can run down the street. That's about that's about as far as this woman runs. Dana has been kidnapped. Post. I'm giving up all internet and going to live without modern conveniences and dogs. Yes, I do that. I haven't done it in about 3 years, but typically once a year for about 3 weeks, I crawl into this valley. It's a lovely, beautiful valley that my family has lived in for hundreds of years, and the internet connection is so bad that it's not even worth trying. And it's almost like a healing, your spirit heals because you're not bothered with the outside world unless you go out and find the outside world. And so next summer I am going to be doing that again. It is on my yes, I'm going home because I gotta get out of reality for a little while. I think everybody should do that, okay, a couple times a year, at least once a year. At least once a year. Al is here. No writing for her. She sat for coffee shop and stared at my story for 4 hours.
Did stare back.
Right? But sitting in a coffee shop sounds lovely. Charlie is here. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. There's been a lot of shady shenanigans lately. Thank God for mods. I do appreciate my mods very much. And I try to avoid the shenanigans as much as possible. They're like energy succubuses. I just don't have time or the strength for shenanigans. CB says, I got a Nintendo Switch for my birthday last week. Very cool. And I've only got 2 games so far.
I would like to recommend Breath of the Wild. That is a fantastic game.
Yeah. Minnie Monster has a Nintendo Switch and she loves it. She plays games with her friends all over the country, and I think it's wonderful. And I really appreciate it because she will actually set her phone down for the Nintendo Switch. So it's her life force is not the phone. Here's Novel Nana. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. Barbara Howard's here. Barbara Howard has also written a short story that you can find on my website. Mm-hmm. I highly recommend it, and I am patiently waiting for book 2. Lisa Daly's here. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Lisa.
Maya is here. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. Wendy Scribbles. Hello, Wendy. How are you? I hope that you are well. So, yeah. All right. I think that we have made it through everybody. We've said hello. If I didn't get to you, I apologize, but I do appreciate each and every one of you being here, talking about the Nintendos and all the other wonderful things that is happening. But are you ready to get into a sprint?
I'm very ready. I got my own daily word count that needs to be taken care of.
That's got to be done. Awesome. And we are starting on the 15, which is even more fabulous. I love it. And here we go. We have Joe Ninja Hen's countdown timer, which includes the covers of all of her lovely independent authors and people that she admires. So I really appreciate you put this together for us. Let's give her a little bit of watch time in 3, 2, 1, right. right. That is time. Tell us how you did, what you did, how you got there.
Am I lagging?
Hold on. I don't think so. No, you don't look like you're lagging.
No.
Nope.
When I speak, my words line up with my voice.
I think so. Hold on. All right, speak.
Okay, because you were lagging. That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I drag all the time. I love Cox and their reliability and how I pay a ton of money for panoramic Wi-Fi that's supposed to be lightning fast, but really like.
I think it's more of a StreamYard thing. I think StreamYard didn't expect to get as much traffic as it got this year, and because I also use that internet service provider whose name I enjoy saying with fits of giggles afterwards. But I think it's more of a StreamYard thing. Yeah, see, Michael's saying we're both lagging. Okay, cool. I got 852 words.
I had to take Oink out to the bathroom because she can't be by herself, and then Paula decided that she needed to come over and hang out with me, and I thought that was totally cool. And now I'm trying to find an image that's going to go well with the blog that I'm writing for my website, my newsletter, and all that other good stuff. So it's been a productive 20 minutes. Seriously, they all know you're here, and they love you. That's Tala.
Tala was really sweet when I was there, except when she tried to steal some food.
The people can see you. They can hear you. I love you. Tala's the old mama dog. Yep, they can still see you. Now they're watching you. Come here. She's also an emotional wreck, and so when she gets like this, you have to give her love. Otherwise, she has gotten so emotionally distraught before that she's caused hot spots on her face. Yeah.
Oh, Becca's here. Hello, Becca. Yeah. Hello. Let's see Becca.
All right, let's go see how everybody did. Sabra's here. Good morning. Good afternoon. Thanks for being here. 4,000 under 6,000. Fingers crossed. The Novel Nana's here. Good morning. Good afternoon. I do. Yes, this timer is lovely. And Joan makes some of the most amazing animated book covers. And so if you are looking for something awesome for release day or just for advertisements or whatever, totally go hit up Joan. She's on Facebook, Instagram. She's all over the place, and she does amazing work, and it's absolutely 100% worth everything. So there's that. I'm gonna start putting Joan's email address in my descriptions.
I know, right? I just want to put it on my business card and say, and by the way, you should talk to this person too.
Yes, exactly. Spence got no words. Did weird mom stuff. Yep, weird mom stuff is always interesting. I just kicked Tull in the butt. She didn't like that. Then talk to the landlord. Oh, yeah, landlords are miserable, especially when they are the bank landlords. It's Becca. Hello. Did you see the bat that she made? And she's got it on her Etsy shop. I don't know if it's already been bought or not, but it's a bat. It is the cutest, most awesome bat in the whole planet. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go over to Becca's Instagram page or her Etsy shop.
I did see it because I followed her shop. So when she opened it, it was like, this shop is open. I was like, I'm going to go look at it.
Yes.
Hello.
She makes some of the most amazing things. Shelby is here. Thank you for being here. Got 310 words, almost done with the first chapter. First chapter is always the best chapter because it's the start. It's wonderful. Jeannie is here, chomping more words in my dark fantasy. Oh, I hate word murders, but it has to happen sometimes.
What are you doing?
Sarah's here. Thought there was a bug in my hair and died 7 times.
Oh.
You know, the funny thing is yesterday I was sitting in the front yard with Odin Cat, and he was like eating very slowly, and this bee came over, and I heard it, and I was like, okay, everything's cool. But then I stood up, and I thought it was in my hair, and so it started kind of like gently trying to find it in my hair, and then he wasn't in my hair. He was just buzzing around. And so then it eventually got to like violent shaking of the hair. And the neighbor's like, okay, all right, crazy. But fortunately,
No, you're done.
Fortunately, it was not there. So
What are you doing?
It was all in my head. CB got 404 words of a homework story. Very awesome. Wendy is trying to figure out the drabble, and I had a serial killer and deleted some words and wrote. Serial killers are very interesting characters. They really are. Toast in 3.
Oh, that's part of the homework story. She's got a theme. Or CB has a theme. I say she because all I see is Pepper in the avatar. Sorry, not to make assumptions about you, CB. Hey.
Right?
Stop being so needy.
107. Is that your word count? Or, yeah, I think it is. I'm just going to say yes. Awesome. 107. The Dwaddling Rider is here. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. There's a bit of a lag, but it usually fixes itself after a bit. Yeah. And sometimes I think it's funny when people lag a little bit because, like, you'll see their mouth moving, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and now we match. Michael Chen, phone call, 1 sentence. Seems like the algebra problem to me.
All right, you're done. Bounce, you're done. You're done.
Banana, I saw a bag. She made Kevin. It was sleek and beautiful. Becca rocks. Waiting for her to do some videos, some sewing videos. Yes,
Good boy.
She absolutely does rock. She is awesome. Very, very cool. Author CJ Carpenter just finished my blog post with 648 words, and now I'm trying to find an image to go with it. I have to admit I dozed off for a second there because I did my grocery run this morning and I'm tired. Oh, I'm only... I was going to say I'm only chuckling because I totally understand what you are talking about. I go to the store and I'm exhausted. I'm like, I'm so done. So done.
Yeah, we went to the store yesterday and we got to the checkout and Mr. Brown was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm done with this place. Like, let's just grab our things and go to the car now. Thank you."
That's how when we were on the mountain and Minnie Monster and I were inside the cabin, she kept asking me, she was like, "Are you okay, Mom?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And she's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "I'm fine." And she's like, "Mom, just give me your debit card. I'll make the order. Everything will be okay. Go outside." I'm like, "I'm fine."
I'm going in.
I was not fine, not by any means.
Oh, Dana.
But I had to do it. It was, oh man, it was crazy. Nicole Wolf is here. Good morning. Good afternoon. Helped the kiddo with some schoolwork. Yep, that's always awesome. And you are absolutely so very, very welcome, Joan Ninja Hand. I speak the truth when I praise you and your awesome work. It is totally awesome. And Stuart is here. You're her emotional support. Yes, I am. And she knows it. And like, she'll be outside. So because we live in Southern Arizona, I'm like, real fast story, and then we're going to get to another writing sprint. Because we live here in Southern Arizona, it gets really hot. And so during the day, they're locked inside. And at night, they go outside to play. And I always know when she's ready to come inside because she does a locator call. And it starts off real low. It's like, woo, and then it gets really high. And it's not a howl. It sounds completely different. And she will do that until I answer her back. And then she goes from like super sad Tala to, oh my God, my mom's here and now I get to go inside. And she gets so super happy. So yeah, she is definitely like my absolute most emotional Malamute, and I am her support human. Isn't that right, Miss Tola? She's like, yes, I am. I do love her. I love all my Malamutes. They're wonderful. Hey, there's Tamara. Hello, Tamara. I'm so glad that you're here. I always love seeing your avatar. Always. All right, lovelies, it's time for me to get to Goober from school. Well, have a good day. You're probably already gone, but
Tamara be lurking. That's fair, because I lurked on her stream the other week. I was just like, I'm here. Sending her like messages in Discord.
Right. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's get back to what we are here to do. We're going to go ahead and do another 20 minutes. That seems to be the sweet spot. Hopefully I'll find this image and get some words done. Hey, look over here in the bottom left-hand corner, Seasons of Seduction, Independence, also available on Amazon. You can go to my website, danagollenwrites.com, and grab yourself a copy.
That was very smooth. I applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. smokes, that was like the fastest 20 minutes of the day. I got sucked in and completely lost track of time. How did you do?
Great question. I got distracted because I had to look something up. Let's see. Let me do some math. 3, 2, 6. I got 474 that time, but I was also like trying to like look through cards because there's a fortune teller in this story, and I was kind of like, oh, what card is she gonna pull? I don't know.
Right. Very cool. I'm gonna guess that I got about 100 words. I did find the image that I want to use, and now I am like, I'm just kind of like vomiting my ideas onto paper, and then I'll go back and I'll organize them so that it makes sense, and people won't be like, "What are you talking about, crazy?" They probably will. I mean, it is me we're talking about. So, oh my goodness, let's see how
You're so mean to yourself sometimes, I swear.
Yeah, but it's funny, so. Oh man, no. I everything that I write and I put out into the world, I do, I enjoy, and I'm like, wow, that's really awesome. But you gotta stay lighthearted sometimes. Camille is here. Hello, Camille.
Hey, Camille.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. There's a lot of conversation. Sarah's here. If this phone doesn't stop, I'm going to learn to hack so I can shut down Verizon and go for my home piece. Oh, man. Yeah, she's been getting harassed by the lovely. Like, Mr. Man, in one day, got 20, like, spam calls from all over the place. And I was like, supposedly we're supposed to have like spam protection, and nothing seems to be happening. It's quite crazy.
All I get is it says that this call is possibly spam, and I'm like, cool, I'm not going to pick it up.
Right.
But the only people who call me either want my blood or they want my house. So
yeah, that's it. We've been getting a lot of, hey, we were in your neighborhood and saw your house. We'd like to buy it. And it's like, there wasn't a for sale sign in there. So what makes you think that it's for sale? Yeah. Well, we're willing to offer you this much money.
I always tell them. Yeah, I always tell them I'll sell it for $1 million, and they're kind of like, "Oh, that's not what it's worth." And I was like, "That's what I'm selling it for. If you don't want to pay me that, go away. Don't talk to me anymore."
It's worth $1 million because I will need a month-long vacation after I have to pack up 12 years, 4 children, and the feather bed in order to move this household. No way, not happening. Like, just. You keep your money and I'll keep my house. The novel Nana, Hocus Pocus, love that movie. I used to make my kids watch every Halloween. I'm going to be the worst human being on the planet. I saw it once when I was a kid, and I honestly haven't watched it since then. But I have seen enough clips and memes and everybody else who loves it and celebrates it and thinks that it's wonderful, that I get the gist of the movie. So it does seem like it's a very cute movie. I follow the daughter of the makeup artist who did all of the makeup and the FX for that movie. And so I've actually learned more about the behind the scenes of it, and I think that it's pretty cool. Like when they cut his mouth open, he literally had like live moths in his mouth, and so they cut it open, and those are actual like. And I was like, how freaky would that be to have? You know, yeah, I could never be an actor.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, they require way too much. Pin ran out of red ink.
Oh no!
When you're editing,
You can always get a different color.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're editing so thoroughly that your pen runs out of ink, it's like, no! Oh, no. Oh, Tamira's going back to bed. Happy napping. We will see you soon. I hope that you start feeling better. The paper looks like a murder scene. Red everywhere. Yep. That does happen from time to time. Camille says, 4 children and a writer. Wow. Oh.
That's weird. That's definitely not me.
Yes, I do. So I have 2 biological children. I inherited a child when I married Mr. Man, and then I adopted my cousin. So that's the 4 of them.
Don't forget your dogs.
Yeah, and I got a whole tribe of dogs. So I got my hands full. But 2 of them are adults. One of them moved out and he lives with his girlfriend. The other adult is like never here because he's doing adult things, like hanging out at his girlfriend's house. And yeah, so most of the time I only have the 2 and they're pretty independent, but still lots and lots of craziness always going on. And they left their stuff here. So if I move, even though they don't live in my home, I still have to move their stuff, or I have to like call them and be like, come and get it, or it's going to the dump. And nobody wants to deal with that. So I'm not selling my house. I'm going to stay right where I'm at. It's just how it's going to happen. At Dana Gallon writes, and Kara Brown, sounds like scams are trying to case your house. Yeah,
they've been trying for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, I mean, we are the most interesting women in America, so of course they want to get to know us, right?
$1 million, you can have a house.
I've reread the short story and done some small revisions. Very cool. 310 drowning. She blinked through the murky water and could see sunlight from the now open ravine. Her last thought was that at least they would be able to find her body. Oh, that's
a dour last thought. Like,
oh, I know. I love when you share little snippets of your story, because it really, like, I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, that's intense. Like, your last thoughts are, at least they'll find my body. That's crazy. It's wonderful. Awesome. CB got 415. I'm still working on making it bullet and bomb proof like Air Force One, though. This way I don't have to worry about stupid hospital. I hate hospitals. Me too. Absolutely. 414 words this time. Totally awesome. 310. Her body collided with a large tree underwater. Only her armor saved her. Oh no, she's wearing armor and she's in the water. Now that makes sense. So much crazy. LR Archer got 249 words. Awesome. Allie Cod got 85 words in Distracted. I get distracted all the time. Wendy Scribbles got 148 words. Awesome. Shelby did 182, started chapter 2, dual POV. Different, but I'm liking it. You know, I've read, Kennedy Fox has the dual POVs in their romance novels, and I've read several before theirs, and I just really didn't get into it. And then I read theirs, and I like how each chapter really
cements who's who.
Yeah, and it complements the chapter that came before it. So it can be done. It can be done, and I have the utmost respect for people who can write dual points of view and make it work.
I always get thrown with, like, I see romance novels do this the most, and it always throws me when you have like one character, and it's obviously your main character that your author wants you to follow, and they write that perspective in first person, and I'm kind of like, okay, cool, we're in first person, and then suddenly we switch to the hero or the love interest, and then that's written in third person, and always I see it done, so I'm not gonna say it's uncommon, but it always freaking throws me. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that might be why it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's why I get thrown off. But there have been there have been a few that I've picked up and it's dual point of views, and it's so confusing that by the time I get to like chapter 3, I'm like, you know what, this is more work than actual.
What do you guys think when they do the POV switch like that? I'm just curious because obviously I'm like, my brain, but I know some people are kind of like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch the comments now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do like L.R. Archer. My in-laws made all their kids come get their stuff when the youngest turned 26. They felt it was enough of storing their belongings. They ended up with so much space. Yeah, I'm telling. I've got like an entire shed out back that I could easily turn it into like a workshop. If like all the kids took their stuff with them, I could easily put a little wall unit in there, make it into like an air conditioned workshop. It would be wonderful. But I still have some time because Mini Monster's only 15. So I'll give her another, 10 years, and then she'll be 25, and then everybody's got to get their stuff out.
You're so kind. My parents were like, you're 18, you finished high school, get out. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, bye.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, in the current situation of the world, I don't know if that's even feasible anymore.
It's all still distance learning if she went to college right now anyway, so.
Yeah. Athena says, I like dual POVs when the characters are in different places. Very cool. Yeah, and that's the thing. She's like, oh, Mom, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to university, and I'm going to live in the dorms because I'm going to be an independent woman, and I've got everything all figured out. And I'm like, but do you really? I told her, I was like, you know what? I think that's a fabulous idea. I'm gonna cheer you on, and when you knock on my front door and tell me you gotta move back in, I will help you move your stuff back in. I love dual point of views as long as it is all in the first or third person. I enjoy getting both main characters' perspectives. That makes sense. Spence says, the only time I liked it was in the Outlander books, and that started in the third book in the series, had a really good justification of why we needed his point of view. Oh, we need his point of view because, I mean, seriously, we could take her out of the books and they would still be fabulous as long as that man is playing Jamie. That man is fabulous. It's fabulous.
It's so shameless. I love it.
I know. Wendy Scribble says, I like dual POVs when it's done right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Absolutely. Conundrum says, I wrote a book with 7 POVs in the first draft. Then I switched it to only the main male character and the female main character, where the first and the rest were in third. It was much easier to read. I believe that 7 POVs is a lot. It's a lot of memory. I went to adult care when I was 19 and then my own rented place to 21. Yeah. I like the dual POVs as long as it stays in the same tense. I
think it's either when it's a tense or just a perspective change. Going from first to third. I'm just kind of like, and I always wonder if it's because the author just wants to make it's a clear distinction between the two. Like, I need to find somebody who actually does this. I have questions.
So the way that they did theirs was like at the beginning of each chapter it said Tyler, Gemma, Tyler, Gemma.
Oh, so you didn't have any question. You immediately knew.
Yes. You knew that this chapter was going to be, and there was even times where so the Gemma, the female main character, had her chapter. That chapter ended, but she still needed time to get through. So then the next chapter said Gemma, and so, but yes, they made it very clear who was speaking.
Okay.
Which I think is
fabulous.
Yeah. First person. Awesome. The actor is very fabulous. He is very fabulous. And him and Mackenzie are going, they are making like not a spin-off TV show, but it's basically the two of them going all over Highland, Scotland, and it's like Highlanders on bikes or something like that. It's so
Highlanders
cool.
on bikes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'll have to like look up what this show is called. I am so excited for it. They're in their kilts. They're doing all the manly stuff that Scottish men of the Highlands do, and I'm there for it. Yes.
I'll have to show you. I'll have to find the photos because my dad's living his best life right now, right? Like he spent a very long time in the military doing military things, and then he was like, I'm retired, so I'm going to go live my life now. And at one point, when he was still in England, I was like, what are you guys up to? And he's like, well, I'm going to go hike across Scotland. And I was like, no, really, what are you doing? And he sent me a selfie of him in the Highlands. And I was like, never mind. You are really hiking across Scotland. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun to go on like a Scottish Highland hike.
Yeah, they did like this little video recap of it and it was really cool. Like there's this one Scottish street band that I follow on YouTube, and they just went and talked to them, and I was like,
that would be so cool. All right. Like 5-year goal. Fine. We will save up the money. I will go and get my visa. No, my passport. I'm like, I'll go get my Visa card. I'll get my passport in order, and we will go to the Highlands.
okay.
Yeah.
If that's what you really want to do. I hope you like whiskey.
You know, there are many things that I can say that I do not like, but whiskey is not one of them. However, I have to pace myself because I'm a lightweight. And that's how, you know, we don't want to get totally.
Yeah, getting sloshed is not a fun thing to do. No.
Not at all. Especially in a foreign country, in a hotel. You're like, ah. All right. It is spinning. The timer is like thinking about it's going to work. We're going to get in one more 20-minute sprint. Maybe. Or we're going to sit here and think about men in kilts. All right, here we go. It is ready. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Jamie Fraser. All right, that is time. Always followed by that lovely burst of the ocean. How did you do this time?
That was a great question. I'm not sure because I kind of bounced around the manuscript, but I know I wrote at least 600 words.
Very cool. I think I only added maybe 100 words to this blog post that I'm writing. I'm trying to, I just kind of like throw some stuff out there and then I try to organize it to make sure that I'm not going, I don't want to be too wordy. And I've been accused of being wordy. So
Wordiness has a time and place.
Oh, see, I wasn't. Jeannie was also in the zone. No, what happened to this StreamYard? Totally. I like how it's like nice and quiet and you're like really getting into the zone, and then at the end it has the little tippity tappity typity sounds.
Yeah, I do like that a lot actually. It's way better than my jarring bell sounds.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. Or car bomb, that one kind of is jarring. I hate that. I hate
you
it.
hate that bomb sound.
I will admit I hate it. I took a sales call because I'm just that exciting. Woo! Did you buy it?
You are. Look at the avatar. The avatar.
I know. I was going to say, did you buy something awesome, or did you tell him to pack sand in the nice, pleasant way that Sarah can do? Because she's awesome. L.R. Archer got 452 words. Very, very awesome. On Spence, I am riding the struggle bus with a short story. I can feel like I'm losing my mind. I can understand where you're coming from. So many people are like, oh, short stories, they're so simple. And whenever I am told that short stories are simple, I'm like, are you kidding me? You've got to condense a whole story into a small, tiny space. And it can be difficult, especially if you're like me, where you like to, describe the veins and the leaves on the trees as they're flapping in the warm sun. Anyway, I feel you. We're here for you. It'll be okay. Nicole got 44 words. Very, very nice. I forgot It is Nikki, and I said I would remember it. 700 words for CB, they think. Dan Hook, it's always nice to see you today. Evening all, I'm working on flash fiction for Orla's thing. Awesome. She's doing...
Orla sent out the one reminder. She's like, this is the only reminder that you get that it's due in a week.
And I was like, I'm glad that you sent one. Spooky Halloween anthology, right? Oh, okay.
No, that's a different anthology. She's doing the Authortube flash fiction anthology, where basically we all make videos and then we send them to her, and then she makes a playlist. I was like,
oh yeah, I am looking forward to seeing everybody's work. Homework is done. That is totally awesome because homework is important. Sarah's probably gonna buy it. Well, my boss is. That's right. Always have somebody else do the buy-in. Spend other people's money. That's the best kind of money to spend. Emily, it's so very nice to see you. Welcome this afternoon. Managed 420 words. Alley Cat got 463. Nice. I'm into the scene right now. It's a nightmare my main character is telling to her boyfriend. Ooh. I know. I was going to say, I hope it's a good nightmare. Spence, the art teacher, used to say simple doesn't mean easy. Yep.
I mean easy. Yep. Yeah.
It's okay. I shared what I wrote, a few comments. Oh. Well, then let me go. Okay. Here we go. Where does it start? Is it right here? It starts right here. Let's check out. I could not get myself to stop crying. So instead of talking out loud, I just talked to in my mind. Everything that has happened to me is just finally getting to me. I was on my way to the library. I wanted to wake up early to see if I can find more information that could help us. I heard some of our teachers talking about.
Teachers do talk.
They were talking about.
Yeah.
They were talking about Nacon, anime. He is not the same. They say he has changed. He goes to class, then back to his room. A broody teenage boy, maybe? I heard them talk about maybe having a fun day for everyone. I agree with them. I think it is a great idea. Me too. I am just realizing the weight of everything. It is like it hit me all at once. Ooh. Are you writing you're writing a YA, right? Because I was gonna say, I feel like this is a teenager going through these motions, and
they go through a lot of emotions, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. And as the mother of a teenage girl who overheard her teacher talking some stuff about her to the classmates, I know how emotionally challenging that could be. And luckily for my teenage girl, she's got a mama that is like, no, not on this planet. Let's have a conversation.
You're like the one angry parent I would never want in my classroom. Like, you would come in and you'd be like, I have some things to say to you. And I'd be like, hold on, I need to get comfortable because we'll be here for a minute.
Yeah, because I always come in and I'm like, hi, this is who I am. I'm so-and-so's mother. It's so great to be here. Now, let's talk. And I don't consider myself to be an intimidating woman. However, I have been told that I can be very intimidating to people who are not necessarily on my good side, which I'm just like, look, let's all get along.
It doesn't help you tower over most of the human population either.
Right.
I had one student, and I met their parent once, and I was kind of like, I like you, but I definitely don't want to make you angry at me. Like, that was my thought, right? And so the student at one point came over and said, I'm not getting along with so-and-so teacher person. And I was kind of like, well, what's going on? They told me. And I was like, well, I will go and talk to them. And so I went to the teacher person. I was like, hi, we've never met before. I know that my title says I'm a special education teacher, but my actual job is to keep us from getting sued.
Right?
You're about to make that happen. So let me tell you about this person's parent real quick, because they're going to come in and probably see you this week.
Yeah. It's like, I tower over most people, but then I also travel with a giant. So
yeah, I've never felt so short, like, in my life. Like, I'm average height, but like when I stand next to Dana, like, it's right here, y'all. Like, Dana's large and in charge, okay?
Oh man.
And of course, like, Nathan, like, I have to like look up, and I have to get like a footstool, and still have to look up to talk to Elijah, not Nathan, sorry.
It's okay. I know. I was like, it's funny that you said that, though, because that name has been on my mind for like yesterday and today. And so I'm wondering if one of us are supposed to be writing this story, or I think one of us has written a story with the name Nathan in it.
I'm working on that one right now. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I have Nathan on the brain. Everyone wants to know how tall you are now.
I'm only 5'9 3/4.
Only 5'9 3/4.
Yeah.
She's 5'10, yo.
But my giant son is like 6'6", and so he makes me feel petite, which is why I travel with him everywhere, because I'm like, look, I'm not so big.
Yeah, when Dana came to spend some time with me at the start of the year, I was like, yeah, you and your family can come to the house. And I was just kind of like, I am the smallest person in this space right now. And there's like even a picture on Dana's Instagram where you can kind of like see us all together. And sure enough, there I am in the back looking tiny as all get out.
Oh, yeah. And And Mini Monster is actually the shortest one in the house. And
she's still taller than me.
Taller than I don't know how she got to be so small, but she loves it. She loves it. So
small.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, I just finished going over my favorite part of my novella. Now I'm pumped to finish. All 4 pages left. That is awesome. I love when I get that feeling when you just really fall in love with what you've been working on for so long. I need to do that again. I need to fall in love with my work. Author CJ says, I discovered that someone has taken the last few posts of author interviews on my online magazine and reblogged them. What?
That's called plagiarism, JC.
Yeah.
You should have some strong feels about that. Maybe blast them on Twitter.
Yeah. Yes.
Hashtag encouraged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, see, even he agrees. He's like, get him.
That's right. No, we do not steal each other's work in this environment.
No.
Oh, totally. Blast them on Facebook or on Twitter. Make sure I see the tweet and I'll retweet it for you. We'll just keep retweeting until those blogs come off that website.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Dan Hook, I needed that reminder. First time doing Flash, so mine is going to be lame. No, it's not. It's going to be absolutely marvelous. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like going to be one of the best, like in the top 5. I don't know how many people are actually doing it, but it's going to be in the top 5. Okay, top 5 best.
He's so confident for you, Dan. Do you see this?
That's right. That's right. I'm going to give you all of the confidence. All of them. All right. Okay. Where did it go? Sarah, blam, 6 foot. See, I'm not the tallest one. Sarah's got me beat by like 2 inches.
So if I ever see Sarah, I have to definitely make sure I walk around with like a stepping stool.
That's right.
So she can push me off of it.
Jeannie's. She would never. Jeannie's husband is 6'5", so she knows what it's like to travel with somebody who's large and everybody parts. Like, seriously, we go to the store and, like, if there's people blocking the whole aisle or whatever, I don't know what he does, but they'll look up and suddenly they move. And I'm like, thank you. But he's so gentle. He's so gentle. Like, he would never harm anybody. So
you just gotta get him a tattoo. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
I don't actually see him enjoying that process at all, but get him a temporary one.
Right.
Oh, did I tell you? So totally sidetracking from the chat. Sorry, guys. So my dad got a tattoo, right? Uh-huh. And I was just kind of like, who are you? Right? Because I'm the person in the family with all the tattoos. And my dad decided he was going to get one. And he sent it to me. And while my dad was a little inebriated and he called last weekend and he was like, you know what? Like, I got to say, like, that tattoo hurt. And I was like, yeah, dad, tattoos hurt. And he's like, how many do you have? Like, oh, I have 8 right now. He's like, God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that again. It's like, oh, you'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, so I have a tattoo on my back. It took 8 hours from start to finish. And I told the guy, I was like, just do it because I don't want to come back. I do not show the tattoo on my back because he messed it up. It needs to get fixed. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
8 hours, no.
I know. 8 hours later, I'm like, you know that's wrong, right? And he's like, well, the only way I could have gotten it to be right is if I made it bigger. And I was like, and the problem is, I mean, it already takes up the freaking majority of my back, jackass. Anyway, start to finish, there's color, there's shading, there's everything that you could possibly want on it. He tells me, he's like, you're the only woman who sat in my chair and let me beat her up for 8 hours. And I was like, yep. I knew once I got in that chair, it had to be finished because there was no way I was going to be coming back. And he had such a heavy hand that like you couldn't actually see the color because of the bruising was so bad. And a month later, once it was all healed up and everything, it was totally beautiful. 20 years later, it's still beautiful, but I'm not going to show it to the world because there's a mistake. and that makes me mad. So anyway, we are at the top of the hour. We've got all kinds of people sharing their height. I am so glad that I am not the tallest one in the room, and I am not the shortest one in the room. Ha ha ha. I am so thankful that you guys are here and that you've spent the last 2 hours with us, and hopefully you have gotten some great writing done. But we are going to call it good for today. We will be back tomorrow. Carrow's going to tell us who she is and where we can find her in the AM.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Carrow Brown. I also write under the name of Faye Black, and I say that because I had an anthology that came out last week. I put a link sometime in the channel. It's gone now. Sorry, friends. I am going to be streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. my time. I am in Arizona time, so I think that's like 1 p.m. EST time. But the thing is up and ready, so you can go find out the time there. JC, I'm like super interested about this person who's using your stuff, because like my woman wrath is kind of surfacing on that just a little tiny bit. But I do have a channel also here on YouTube where I talk about the life of Carrow Brown and obsess over people stealing other people's work at the moment. And you can find me over there and watch all that happen. So, sorry, I'm like really fixated on this now.
I know. I'm like, I can see who it is, and I've had people ask before, but he didn't. Oh, it's a man. Oh my goodness. All right. Tell us, share with us. We will get this taken care of.
All right, well, that was me. Thank you.
All right, awesome. And you can actually find links to Carrow's books on my website, danagollenwrites.com. And that anthology is there, along with other independent authors who I've read and left reviews for. I'm Dana Gollen, and I also write under the pen name Ava Fox. I've got an Oink and a Tala all at my feet, trying to keep me warm, even though it's like 100 degrees outside. They're like, don't worry, Mom, your feet will never freeze. I appreciate you guys for being here. Go check out all my wonderful things over at danagollenwrites.com, and I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Arizona time on Carrow's channel. Yeah, have a great rest of your Monday. Bye.
Bye.